The Servant Leadership Project is a transformative intercultural learning experience designed to develop collaborative leaders who shape their communities through service, stewardship, and partnership. SLP is a 10-day training that takes place at different locations across the country. It is designed for emerging leaders ages 17 to 19 and Young Life staff from all levels of ministry experience. At each site, we create a community of 30 emerging leaders and 12 Young Life staff, and we lean into 4 pillars of teaching: servant leadership, spiritual formation, cultural awareness, and personal calling. Through classroom teaching, cross-cultural experiences, and service learning projects, participants are challenged and changed. Their perspectives shift, their leadership skills are sharpened, and they return to their communities equipped and empowered to lead with a purpose.
One thing I learned about myself on SLP was my ability to bring people together and just to see what they struggle with and how to point them to Jesus.
Summer camp is fun. I love Castaway. I love Young Life Camp. But at SLP, I was around other kids that wanted to grow in their faith, which inspired me personally to grow further in my faith and pour myself to Jesus.
SLP is a true discipleship experience because they are being poured into by adults who love Jesus, who have been called to make disciples. They understand that we are here to grow and develop them, but also we're here to teach them how to do that to others. And I think sometimes that's the piece that's missed back home with campaigners. It could become, hey, we're doing this thing for us, but what does it look like to go out? And so our kiddos got to experience that by sharing and leading their own Bible studies in the morning. They would get to sit in the Word and together process what they read without leaders. And I think that's a huge space where they get to grow. They also learned what it looks like to serve, what it looks like to go out and be challenged to share the gospel with people who sit on the outskirts of our communities.
I honestly grew as a leader by a change of lenses. Perspective. Before coming here, I felt pretty selfish. I thought really only about my relationship with God, and I didn't really care for people as much, but I experienced something different here that made me realize that I am a tool in God's box. He will use me to spread the gospel and truly share the love that He has for each and every one of us.
The goal is to get kids into uncomfortable positions and then help them to process those things and then help them to go back and think about what Jesus desires in these different situations and in our lives and in the ministry we do. I really think that SLP broadens kids' perspectives about who Jesus is, about ministry in general, and about Young Life and what Young Life can be.
I learned about the culture perspective specifically. That was really impactful on how I have that first lens and just learning through that lens. It's great having so many new inspiring experiences that change our life and change our perspective.
Being surrounded by those amazing leaders inspired me to be like them and be on staff with Young Life.
The fullness of God's power, creativity, and kingdom cannot be expressed or experienced through a single culture. That is why we are intentional about creating a diverse group of participants at each site. Each group and assigned team are selected to reflect geographic, cultural, socioeconomic, and ethnic diversity. Through shared experiences, conflict, and conversations, leaders become learners, and new friends become family.
We're training leaders up. You get to learn more of the process of actually what becoming a leader looks like. I think it's a lot of fun. I think we need more people to grow up to be leaders.